Ejiofor will tip it up. Brian O'Connell, Roger Ayers, Tony Chiazza, our crew. The Red Storm will start with it. What's the biggest key to this game?
Well,
dealing with right knee inflammation. He's day to day. 8 on the shot clock on the Huskies opening trip. Braylon Mullins is way short, and there's that St. John's.
A lot from him in this one tonight.
St. John's has won 11 consecutive Big East road games. They have thrived on the road. Bryce Hopkins is the Big East Player of the Week.
Just a simple low ball back. Good start for Hopkins night.
St. John's coming off a dominant win over Creighton, who upset UConn last week. Alex Caravan, the winningest Husky.
Love the way UConn there, gang rebounding. You've got 4 Huskies all around the rim. St. John's a very good offensive rebounding team.
Harris Reed, the big man. Which bracketology you look at, fielding the 68. And then there's the last one. Emery glides in, off to solo ball. And we got contact. Go against Creighton, Robbie. Inside Gamble Pavilion, you give up 91 points. You look on the season, they're 12th in efficiency.
Butler a couple weeks ago, where they're just making mistakes that you hadn't really seen, whether it's at the point of attack, whether it's their help.
Photo finish in the Big East regular season title race gets created if UConn can come out with a victory. Ejiofor will pull. He's long.
Because of his cut, that frees up Zuby. He can make that from 15 feet.
Reed, Harris Reed. And Rick Pitino sits the Big East frontrunner for Player of the Year down and block at 10. Sannon. Here's Mitchell with 5. Mitchell to Prey. Ruben Prey was fouled.
Step out from 3, and right there he makes something happen at the end of the shot clock.
Sophomore.
So good on the year.
Can't hit the second. Eric Rive. Elbow. Here is Prey with the freshman Ribon. Bryce Hopkins, bring it up.
And Alex Caravan, short closeout. She kind of lurching 16 and 8.
Look, those 2 games against Providence for Hopkins carried an extra mental dimension. Demery can't spin it home. That night he says, we're laterally slow. This is not going well. Since then, they're 38-3 in the Big East as the shot clock winds down. That is not going to count. Plenty active early and trying to get him touches. Shot clock's at 8. They do get it to Reed. This time, Mitchell, one of the best defenders in the conference, and Reed just beat him.
Boy, Terrace through 5, but the footwork, he has a tantalizing level of skill. It's just about harnessing it every night.
Welcome to the show, Ian Jackson.
Well, he's won road neutral games on the year.
North Carolina transfer. He can turn it on as ball hits.
He has been automatic. Solo ball, but behind the back, stop and pop.
Inside the slam by Sellers.
Well, if you're guarding him, you've got to...
Is short and ball corrals. Ball. Off to Harris Reed.
Ejiofor behind the play.
The deck. This place will explode with a bucket here. Up ahead to Mullins. Boom! 12 points total in the first meeting this season with the Johnnies. 6 on the shot clock for Hopkins. Hopkins pulls. He's off. How about you?
That's what you want if you're Connecticut.
Reed on the back door. Harris Reed cannot hit. Ejiofor worked his way to the stop. Reed, here's Caroline.
Hurley called Saturday's Villanova game the best the Terrace at UConn. But he told me the box score was...
Look at the pursuit by Smith. They've got numbers. Ross to Caravan, and it's deflected out. It'll stay with UConn. St. John's has been frantic.
Yes, they have. A little bit out of sorts here on the offensive end.
Caravan got a step. AK! Hopkins showing some physicality. Reed shut him down. The Huskies look like a 1 seed right now. Smith all the way. Counted on the foul. 22-1. You rack up wins over BYU, Illinois, Kansas, and Ejiofor.
Good header.
He turned it over. Smith has been on fire early. Melly cannot hit this time. Darling reels. Jaden Ross identifies an X factor by Dan Hurley at shoot-around today. And shows it!
Oh, man.
We have Purdue and Michigan State tomorrow right here on Peacock. Well, that was for Ejiofor, but Mitchell caught it. Hopkins. The drought continues.
For the entirety of that thing, even from what we didn't show.
Shot clock at 5. Sannon is off. Caroline Pineda listening to the UConn.
Wanted to see.
Mullins off. Ribo. Jaden Ross tries. And we're going to get a foul on Darling. Right around 300th in tempo, sitting at 292 in the country. Mullins. Bring it up. St. John's hasn't scored in 7 minutes. Lefty Leotaboulos, no. Ejiofor gets fouled.
Vasubi Ejiofor on the floor.
And Rick Pitino met his son, Richard. Back at Xavier. That day collected his mention, carrying an 11-game Big East road winning streak.
And coming off a game against Creighton where they just
81-52 on Saturday. After Creighton had beaten UConn. Ball.
That's a switch. It is surprising.
Sannon surveying. It's this end of the floor that UConn has just stifled the Red Storm. Sannon able to break it up.
It's a massive shot. It's chipping away, right? Like you're trying to just chip this thing down by the time you get to the half.
Entry for Craig, sophomore, with the left hand.
And Terrace Reed has
helped them build this lead.
UConn up screens. It's going inside. That's exactly where they're going.
And count that too for Terrace Reed. You know it so well, going all across the country for games. How you need
two alpha dogs like this, they're going for the same things.
Sannon, and a foul is called, and now Hurley puts his...
Nobody is happy. Player on the floor.
12 points, as many as he had in the first meeting. This... Mullins into Reed. Terrace Reed. Oh, he even gets the friendly spin. Robbie, 10 of their 15 makes have been assisted on.
They move the ball way better than St. John's. But Josan Sannon has been a...
Hopkins with the board. Sannon is fouled.
He's been really a lone bright spot here, John.
10 for Demery. Demery, they've been working this screen down to 3. Solo ball is short. And here is Sannon, the lead man for the Johnnies in this first half. Sannon attacks. Count it.
Josan.
Since January 28th. In fact, that was the only time in 2026 that Sannon's been in. Reed with the catch. Was long. Fighting for it. Kicking the ball. Solo ball. Cash.
What an effort, though, by Quickly from 3.
Hopkins, silencer. Their core's been quiet. Sannon has been the bright spot to beat the horn. No, that will not count. At 3, UConn is 101-5 when leading at the half. That is the best mark in college basketball.
And well.
An entry and Terrace Reed starts right where he left off.
How many times is St. John's just going
to... evening that Dan Hurley said he had to be for this team to reach its ceiling. Ejiofor, the All-American candidate, he has been silent tonight, so much so...
You know, you've given him angles multiple times. You've got to stay behind him and make him score over the top.
And there is his first made field goal. It comes from downtown.
Reed kind of looking at that ball, and Sannon gets the worst of that one.
Mullins feeding it again to Reed. That is ranked 15th in KenPom efficiency. Ejiofor scores it.
Zubi Ejiofor right now is just saying, man, give me the ball and...
Hopkins. It's long. Demery correct. Win a regular season title in this conference. Really need to get this one. They wouldn't own the head-to-head tiebreaker right now. Still a lot of hoops to be played as Demery converts. Sure is. They clarified there, so it'll stay with UConn. Mullins catch and shoot. That's Braylon Mullins.
And St. John's went over.
Willed them at Providence back in January. Dylan Darling's been quiet tonight. Ball trying to save it, and it'll stay with St. John's.
On the telly. That's who I hope to aspire to be.
Mullins deflection. Look out. Jaden Ross. Thunder.
Floater. now, it looks like just one of those nights for the Johnnies where they just don't have it.
Caravan off the fake. Caravan all the way! Timeout! It ended now because they lost at home to Creighton. Reed. It's a rare miss for Terrace Reed on this one.
Not a dribbling here.
Gins, edge of 4, and a foul comes in, and Dan Hurley, 25.
Yeah, one of the great winners in the history of the sport.
Winningest UConn player in program history, and right on cue. Dan Hurley says he is the epitome of what I want in a player. Terrace Reed has been the beast tonight.
Boy, just the body.
Around the horn, solo ball. My goodness, folks! You go 5%. That's 12th in the country.
Great help there. That was going to be a layup for Sells.
From it.
It just feels so hard to score for St. John's right now.
Here's Prey. Wow. It's been... Caravan. They want it more. Folks, they want it more. It won't. And it's on Alex Caravan's senior day. Among others, but a celebration of Caravan as Hopkins is fouled with 3 on the foul trouble.
Well, and when he wins a matchup the way that he has tonight against a player in Zuby Ejiofor, 6 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and it shows that when Terrace Reed plays at a, you know, when you're playing really athletic teams, but Braylon Mullins is a projected first-round pick. They got a lot of talent.
Caravan all the way. Jackson is way off. Offensive rebound, a collision.
Yeah.
Walking out in Omaha, got into it with them, and then I lost to Creighton in the Big East tournament. Demery, no! Mullins skies in. 31 in the net, so that could be a quad 1 opportunity on Saturday. We shall see. Top 30 in home games. One off for Demery.
I'm feeling that, Telly. You like that?
Okay, so did you see my hand shaking?
Yeah, I can see that.
So how do you think I did in not Ejiofor's night, just 6 points? Would you still say Big East Player of the Year?
If they win the league, and you know, it's certainly
ceremony 2 weeks from today. The last time St. John's had back to. And look, all of this we talk through.
Because you have to think losing a game like this, St. John's will be out for blood.
Oh, Demery had bad intentions and Trey fouled. You have to also imagine the officials in these roles tonight. Of course, as a ref,
Not just teams, but referees, coaches.
our art skills.
That's right. We've seen tonight that you've
been able to find it. UConn will meet Seton Hall on Saturday as Sellers is off. 8 on the shot clock. Mullins off a screen and a kick ball that will take us to our final time. Bring the Kleenex on Saturday.
Well, it just feels like he's been in the program forever because of how he's played early and because they've won.
Transfer from Lemoyne. These are the types of guys that we talk from IU Indy. Dwayne Caroma came in from Lemoyne. Those are the elements of a coaching staff you don't always see. Dan Hurley says they have
4 straight shots, not at the D1 level.
UConn had UMass Lowland here. There's a slam for Caroma. He's beloved by his 13 against the Fighting Mike Braves in South Bend. So they gave the Huskies some of that intensity.
Well, he can get out in transition. He's a wing defender. And when you're dealing with St. John's wing.
And when they're way off. Well, they've had 17 games of 15-plus second chance points. They're among the nation's leaders. Tonight, only 6. 16 minutes and 34 seconds.
That's an absurd stat.
Tiebreakers work like this. If we see these teams have the same record, it's then you're head-to-head against the next teams. Rarely do you see a coach handshake with 12 seconds to go. March 14th, only time will tell. But tonight was a Connecticut clinic. Largest win ever over